Hey everyone, it's Mushroom Kingdom Puffle. Welcome back to more Banjo-Kazooie. In the last episode, we finished off Spiral Mountain and we got all the 3 Jiggies in this area around Conga, here in Mumbo's Mountain. In this episode, we're going to be finishing off Mumbo's Mountain. Now, this is my 3rd attempt at making this episode because of technical difficulties with the audio. First, the audio for me, for my talking, was just way too loud, so I've brought down the sensitivity on my microphone. And then the second time, it turned out that neither of the 2 times was the audio for the game being recorded, so I needed to, this is my 3rd attempt. But right here we have yet another Jiggy. And something to note about episode 1, you might have noticed that my audio was really hard to hear over the game's audio. And that was because I had the volume up on my TV a little too loud, and so, oh god, there goes my dog. Whatever. It's just a little barking, no big deal. So, the audio for me was picking up the audio from the game, and I wanted to make sure that the sound of me clicking on the N64 wasn't picked up by my microphone, or at least it wasn't in the final video. And because of that, I had to cut out the beginning of the audio, and so I couldn't align it properly with the game. So either I would be reading the text too early or be reading it a little late. And the main problem though was that the audio would be echoing. So, like, you hear the game sounds and then they'd echo from me. And so I needed to make the game audio a little louder than I would have wanted it to be, so that it wasn't obvious that it was echoing. But since I don't need to click on the N64 anymore, because I don't need to start on the title screen again, we're good. But anyway, now that that's all out of the way, we just learned the Talon Trot, which allows us to go up steep slopes, and it also just lets us go faster, and it's actually the reason that I love the Rat-a-tat-rat so much. Hey Ugly, no bears allowed in Ticker's Tower. And it's the reason I love the Rat-a-tat-rat so much is because you can go into it out of the Talon Trot, and no other attack lets you do that without first getting out of the Talon Trot. So right here we have another Mumbo token, and if we try to go up here, it's too steep for even the Talon Trot to go up. But don't worry, there still is a way to get up there. And so right here, we have the last of the 3 moves that Bottles wants to teach us, which is the Beak Buster, which is basically a ground pound. And by the way, the name of the flip move that I didn't remember last episode, it's called the Flat Flip, which is what I was pretty sure it was called, but I didn't want to get it wrong. But I guess saying flip jump was pretty wrong, but whatever. We're good. So right here we have another Jiggy. So they're just kind of all over the place here, because this is a very small level, but they still fit 10 Jiggies into it. But anyway, we want to go ahead and Beak Buster these huts, and they will give us a different thing each time, starting with notes, and then I believe eggs. Yep, eggs. And then, after the eggs, I'm pretty sure it's an enemy. Yep. Dead. Then a Jinjo. Yep. And the only reason I really know this is because, again, this is my 3rd time doing this. Yippee, you've collected enough notes to break the first note door spell. Right here we have a 1-up, and then finally, of course, a Jiggy. And we're already up to 6 Jiggies in this world, and here is yet another one of the Jiggies. We, Juju, Mumbo's totem pole, feed us with nice blue stones. Oh, I missed. So, obviously the blue stones are the blue eggs, and so we're just gonna go ahead and give them to Juju. But just make sure that you leave the last one alive, because there's an empty honeycomb right over here, right above him, if you just flat flip on top of him. There we go. And another Jiggy. there we go. 7 out of 10 jiggies. So before we actually go in here, we want to do one more thing, and that is, well, actually, I guess there's a couple things that we want to do, but it will be very quick. So we want to come down here, right here, and get this empty honeycomb, and there are 2 empty honeycombs in every world besides Spiral Mountain, so don't worry about having to get 6 every time. And then, after that, we want to go up here and get these notes on this slope here, as well as the last Jinjo. And as I'm sure you remember, the Jinjos told us that get them all, we get a Jiggy. And there we go, 8 Jiggies. Then we have more notes here. And get all those notes. Make sure that we get all the notes on this hill here. And then, now that we have the Beak Buster, we can hit that witch switch that we encountered last episode and see what that does. And I guess that now's as good a time as any, whoops, did not mean to do that. Now's as good a time as any to go ahead and go over the amount of collectibles in each level. So there are 10 Jiggies, 100 notes, 5 Jinjos, 1 witch switch, 2 empty honeycomb pieces, and a varying number of Mumbo tokens. And those are all the items, the numbers of items. And it's also a varying number of new moves. And it can be anywhere from 3 to none. Okay, I can't go up that. Whatever. And then there typically is 1 boss fight per area as well. And the 10 notes per level, or not 10 notes, 10 Jiggies per level also applies to Grunty's lair. Me, Mumbo, best shaman in all game, can help Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, hut boy. Mumbo's magic tokens hid by witch. Find tokens and Mumbo help you. Ah, Banjo has plenty tokens. Stand on skull and press B to see mighty Mumbo magic. So you want to grab these notes, and then also, in every single one of Mumbo's huts, whenever he is in a world, he will have one of these torches will not be lit, and you can get on top up here. Here there's just eggs, but in other worlds there can be a lot better things. And now we're gonna go ahead and press B and see the mighty Mumbo magic. Boom! We're a termite now. So, oh god. Mumbo's magic, free to change back. You come when ready. Termite bit small, but not bad for first spell. Mumbo practice needed. So, the termite can go down steep slopes and also cannot swim. It'll fall right through water, and those rules apply to pretty much every single transformation in this game. The transformations in Tooie are a lot more varied in their abilities, but not the ones in this game, sadly. Some of them do have specific abilities to them, and I'll get into them when that becomes a thing, but right now, the termite can just do that. Hey, where did you get those shorts? I want them! And so, the termite can go up these steep slopes, even steeper than the talon trot can manage. Give me that cool backpack or else! And then when we reach the top of Ticker's Tower, I'm sure that you know what is going to be here. And that, of course, is a Jiggy. Now, sadly, Mumbo's transformations do not have animations for picking up Jiggies, and there isn't one if you get a Jiggy underwater either, but that's perfectly fine. And now we don't actually want to change back quite yet with Mumbo, because we actually need to use the termite again to get to the top of the mountain entrance area in Grunty's lair. Because the witch switch spawned a Jiggy there, but it's too steep to get up with the talon trot, so we need to use the termite. And Mumbo's transformations can't get very far away from their worlds in Grunty's lair before they will be changed back instantly by Mumbo anyway, so we're just basically just saving some time here and getting a Jiggy out of it. So, we are now done with Mumbo's Mountain. Grunty's magic stops you taking the notes off the world, but the 100 you just collected counts as your best note score. Try to get 100 on each world as they are needed to open the note doors. So that right there does not actually apply to the Xbox Live Arcade version. You will keep your notes when you leave the world, but in the Nintendo 64 version, it just wasn't powerful enough to do that. Mumbo magic get weak. Animal turn back, or magic go. Magic all gone. Must go back to bear and bird now. And there we go. But yeah, we are completely done with Mumbo's Mountain. No reason to ever go back there again. And we can now get up here with the Talon Trot, so we are all good. This is a note door sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells. Open it up then, Jam Jars. It's not that simple. To open it, you must collect the musical notes from the worlds. How many do we need? The number on the door is the strength of the spell. The combined total of all your best note scores from the worlds must be at least this to break Grunty's magic. And this is only 50 notes, but we have 100, so we are perfectly fine. When you open a world door, baddies escape and roam once more. That door was easy, you got past. Unfortunately, you're first and last. And right here we have... Hello there, you young ones. I'm Gruntilda, Gruntilda's nicer sister. I've crept down here to help you defeat the old hag. It's about time she was taught a lesson. I know all of Grunty's disgusting secrets, and I'll tell you 3 of them every time you find me. Remember them well, young ones, as they will help you avoid a fiery fate. Press B if you'd like to hear them. So we're gonna go ahead and hear these. Grunty brushes her rotten teeth with tuna ice cream flavored toothpaste. She also washes her hair with engine oil. Yuck. And she gets her clothes from the witch's warehouse. And those are actually not just stupid jokes, they actually are important for later. Right here we have the entrance to the next level. To remove pieces that you have already put down, press the down C button, but once the picture is complete, all the pieces are stuck there permanently. And there we go. We have opened up Treasure Trove Cove. Now we're not going to actually enter this level today, but we're going to be right in front of the entrance, and we'll go there next episode. So, right over here we have another new enemy. This is a Gruntling. And I actually forgot to check the names of those vegetable enemies in the last episode, but I'll have those ready for episode 3. And let's go ahead and get these eggs that are in this room, and right here, Mumbo Token. Yes, there are Mumbo Tokens in Grunty's lair as well, not just Jiggies. And right here, you've activated a magic cauldron. Find 2 the same color to create a shortcut. So, those are very helpful things right there, the magic cauldrons. They will allow you to instantly warp to another area in Grunty's lair. And by the way, when you actually finish, every time you quit the game, you will respawn back at the very beginning near Mumbo's Mountain. So, very helpful there to have the magic cauldrons activated. And in fact, if we go in here, we have yet another magic cauldron and another Mumbo token and another Gruntling, I guess, but whatever. So, right here, you've activated a magic cauldron. Find 2 the same color to create a shortcut. And right here we have a Mumbo token. Ecum Bokum. We are good. So this area right here is actually only there for that warp cauldron. No other reason to go in there. And also, if we go down here, we can swim through here. And at the end, we will find another world painting, or world picture, but there's nothing to actually put the Jiggies in. And even if there was, we only have 9 Jiggies, that's not going to fill this in. But there is a Mumbo token hidden right here. Why do I talk all the time? It's really hard to make these rhyme. So there you go, and right here we have Brentilda again. Ugly Grunty's nickname was Jelly Belly at witch school. I also know that freshly burst boils is her favorite smell. And the old hag's favorite color is ghastly gray. So don't worry about keeping track of these for me if you really wanted to. I am going to be keeping track of them by rewatching the videos and writing them down. So it's fine. I will be able to manage that. And while we're down here, we can grab some more eggs. We are almost at that max of 100, and okay, we're not gonna get these because no, I don't want to spend that much time on this. Not very good swimming mechanics. That is one of the few complaints I have with this game. The swimming isn't perfect, but really, the swimming wasn't perfect in any 3D platformer, like, ever at the period that it was created. So it's no big deal. Honestly, it's one of the better swimming mechanics compared to, like, Mario 64. So right here, we have Treasure Trove Cove, but we can also go up here, and, wait, is there even a point? No, but before we go, there's actually a little glitch here that I want to show, if I can get it. By the way, eggs that you fart out will be picked back up by you if you touch them again. But as you saw there, those eggs got stuck there for some reason. Completely pointless, but it's there. And then when we come up here, we can get some of these. Whee! I'm a red feather. I help Kazooie fly when she knows how. And that is gonna be it for this episode today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I'd really love it if you subscribe, but I'm not telling you to. I'm not forcing you to. Leaving a like is also very helpful. It helps get the video out there and more people to see it. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave us here in front of Treasure Trove Cove, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.